Hello, electric car lovers. Today we should have one of these Teslas that you can buy online. I bought this one off AliExpress. I've seen a couple other people review it. Boy, it's almost countless actually. Everyone has the red version of this Tesla car model, but I decided to hold out to get the pink one because I like to mix up my colors to the craziness level. Alright, so got this new knife off AliExpress as well. This outer is made of titanium. The blade is magnetic, so it must be made of carbon steel. And I like it because it's short, but it has these little indentations, so you can put it out this way. It'd be almost impossible to cut the contents of a box with only that much of a blade sticking out. This obviously is different. The only issue is maybe that thing might move back. I'm not sure if these little indentations there lock it really well or not. But to cut through some tape seems to be good enough. Alright, so let's see if Husey Car Model Store packs their stuff correctly. And it does look pretty good actually. Maybe impressions. Hold on, I'm just getting a knife so it doesn't cut me later. So we have some bubble wrap. Come on. That thing's packed really tight. I can't. Eesh. Save that box for shipping something else. Some sort of sticker. I think this is my first. It might be. I'm pretty sure this is my first Dream model. I think Dream model is made by Time Micro, but it's a lower grade Time Micro. Time Micros usually have colorful interiors and disc brake systems, but these Dreams are definitely coming in at a lower price point. See, this is the Time Micro thing. I don't see any sort of licensing approval, so, and that seems to be the case with their other Time Micros as well. Well, I guess that box was indicative of the model's color. Maybe it's not pink. Maybe it's not purple. I guess it's more purple than pink, but it's kind of like the blending of the two. I guess the packaging is okay. It's... You can see the model at least on one side through it, so that's nice. And it doesn't come with the big plastic box. So that's partially why I think these models cost less than regular Time Micros. And you'll see there is no disc brake system. So let me pull up some images of this car and we'll compare them. Alright, so I took a little time getting these photos because the name of this vehicle being the Tesla Roadster doesn't make sense. A Roadster, by internet definitions and by my knowledge, is also a two-seat open sporty car with two doors. What do you guys think a Roadster is? Because this Tesla, although it has two doors, it's not like convertible. It's like a Target top. The thing has 4 seats, not 2. So they're like trying to redefine English, right? Now, it's nice that this is a fantastic car, but why don't we just start calling pickup trucks tanks? You're changing the definition of things, so that frankly annoys me to start doing stuff like that. This should be called a sports car, not a Roadster. This should be called the Tesla SC or something, not the Roadster. A Roadster should be there should be no buttresses here. It should be a convertible, really. All right. What do you guys think? Anyways, I think that's enough time with the front image there. Nevertheless, no matter the stupid naming, I do think it's an attractive looking vehicle, far more attractive than the first sporty car by Tesla. Looking at the website, it doesn't say a list price, but other sources say this is supposed to cost $200,000. And this is supposed to be the greatest sports car of all time, supposedly. I'm looking at the Tesla website. 0 to 60 is 1.9 seconds. Top speed is over 250 miles per hour. And then the crazy one is the torque. Wheel torque is 10,000 Newton meters. Historically, really powerful sports cars would have around 500 Newton meters. This is 10,000, not 1,000, 10,000. That's crazy. If I'm correct, that's approaching jet engine kind of Newton meters or something. And then 620 miles of range is insane. That's more than most petrol vehicles. And then it's four seats and then all-wheel drive. So, statistics-wise, it does seem like it's going to be one of the greatest cars of all time. I'm just really annoyed by the naming of it. Sorry for the long introduction. We have a nice metallic, whatever color you want to consider this thing. Light grape. It's a light purple. It's really nice. And then the wheels are molded nicely. Very crisp, thin spokes. Air passing between all the spoke openings. The rear, same thing. Just no disc brakes. That one's squeaking. So, yeah, this Dream does seem to roll, but not as well as a Hot Wheels. You guys should also note that real cars don't roll like Hot Wheels. They have rubber tires. So to expect a real car to roll like this is unrealistic, you know, so keep that in mind. That's more for toys. Alright, so this, what is this? I don't even know. Is that a badge printed on? No, it's not. I guess it's just a decal or tampo print of perhaps it's a carbon fiber piece on the real thing. I don't know, but there's two vents, but it's this black thing. I'm speculating what it is. There's actually printed on orange here for this reflector, or maybe it's a turn signal also. I'm not sure. Riding stance seems okay. You'll notice the tread blocks are there on the side, but they don't look like a truck tire. So these are very nice tires that Time Micro put on this guy. And then this thing has no side mirrors, but it looks like the real car doesn't either, so that seems fine. There's some blackout printing on the windows. Alright, let's go to the back. Oh, there's also a red reflector printed on here. And then it has these like barge boards back here, and there's a little bit of a gap. I'm not sure if this is carbon on the real car or not, but it's nice to see Time put a license plate on here, and there is actually a Tesla printed here. It's just kind of hard to see being silver, but it is there. The taillights are just printed black, and that's okay. They're very thin. Naturally, clear lenses would be better, but doesn't bother me too much. Alright, let's go to the bottom. Nice to see that this is screwed together, so if you want to customize the interior or do a wheel swap, it'd be pretty easy to do. The tire treads, they seem acceptable to me. They're staggered in width as well, so rear is bigger. Time Micro, where it's made. Well, sadly, it doesn't say the copyright. Granted, they don't have a copyright, but some sort of date, maybe, like when it was manufactured, so you know how old this is, if you buy it online in 20 years. Some sort of weird paint pooling or something. You see the paint here is pretty smooth and flat, but here there's like 3 puddles. I don't know what happened there. Okay, pretty nice diffuser vanes, very thin. This is a metal base, I think. It's quite cool to the touch. So I think for a metal base, those are really thin streaks, so that's good. Going to the front, we have some sort of dots in this grill, so that's okay. And then the headlights are good. There's just that silver line going through. I don't think there's even a piece of clear plastic. It's just black plastic, and they printed on this little white line. But it looks like the photograph, so it doesn't need to be clear. It just needs to look realistic. Well, yeah, I guess that's just shiny black right there. It's really nice. I like it. I don't know hard to tell. The little Tesla logo looks good there. It's kind of hard to make out though, being silver on metallic surface. And then the paint on the hood is really smooth. There's no orange peel that I can see. So that's better than a lot of more expensive brands. Naturally, you're not going to paint up here, but the blackout printing on this clear plastic is well done. I'm just looking at the paint back here. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Although I do see like a little scratch or something in the clear coat. Or maybe there's hair in that. I think I just got rid of it. Never mind. Alright, so the interior. We have what looks to be white seats. If you notice, the windshield is perfectly clear and it's very white. The sunroof, or the roof, is tinted, so it's a much darker. So that's nice that they actually went to change the color of the roof panels versus the side glass and the windshield. Alright. So I think you can see there's a lot of... Maybe I will need the flashlight. I'm trying to look at the door panel. So the window's so shallow. And this distortion. Now, maybe that's just the best through the windshield. Yeah, there's an armrest. Okay, so the seats themselves, they have nice, lines for the cushioning. The steering wheel is that crazy F1 Knight Rider kind of thing. It's rectangular. The center console has like a texture on it, so it's pretty nice. The +2 seating in the back, though, it's hard to tell because the windows are so smoked. You can't see any. I don't even know if you can see through this piece here. I think that might be totally opaque. I don't know if that's the case on the real car or not. Strange. So only this rear quarter glass is going to let us see the back seats, but I can't really see anything. They're not painted a different color. Maybe someday I'll repaint this thing, but I don't even know what the real... I think this is the real interior. I'm looking at that front photograph, and it just has white seats and what looks to be a black interior. Alright, maybe I won't repaint this. So, that's it for the individual review. Let me get a coaster out. Alright, I'm going to actually pull out a Hot Wheels and get the out-of-scale stuff out of the way here. So this is a Tesla Model S by Hot Wheels, and I 3D printed my own wheels on that thing. I can't remember what scale that Hot Wheels is. You'll have to go and look at that review, if I even measured it. I'm not sure. I don't always measure my Hot Wheels. Alright, but at least it is longer than this Roadster, which I think in real life it probably would be that way, being a 4-door. Alright, let's get this out. Let's go stick to some 1/64 scale stuff. I got this Mini GT Porsche Taycan, which again is a 4-door, so logically it'd be larger. And then I really don't have any electric vehicles. My last one is by X-Car Toys. It's this Mini EV. It's a Chinese 6x6 vehicle, and it's, I think, possibly a K-class vehicle, so that's why it's so narrow. I repainted the Mini GT interior, as I like that brand because many reasons really, but the screwed together base makes modifying it nice and easy. So it's nice to see that this time, or this dream Tesla also has a screwed together base. In fact, it makes me curious, is this thing screwed together? No, this is not. This is just press fit. Alright, I think that's enough time to look at those things. Alright, well, I gotta say, for my first dream model by Time Micro, it's quite nice. I've actually avoided this brand because I've seen the initial D RX-7, and it just doesn't look very premium to me. There's something about the stance, it just looks off. And then I have the other Tueno from different brands, and so that's why this is my very first one. And I gotta say, it's nice. It seems more polished than that earlier release. If removing those plastic display cases, those hard cases, gets me a cheaper model that looks just as good, I'm all for it. I don't need to have all my models in those clear crystal boxes, especially if there's no sensitive parts. There's not even mirrors on this thing, so there's no reason to have a display box for it. So I approve of the decision there by Time Micro to offer a cheaper price point. And speaking of that price point, this falls in line with Power 64 and Mini GT, and I would say it's on the same level of quality. Neither of those brands have brake systems, so this also has a screwed together base, and so I think it has everything I'm expecting for that price. And I do like that there's a license plate printed on this as well. So the paint quality is very nice as well. Very smooth, glossy finish, and no major problems, no weird scratches or casting problems or anything like that. So, alright, well, thank you for watching, and hopefully they'll come out with another casting in this Dreamline that I'm willing to pick up one of these days. Alright, bye now.